I was wondering if you could tell me what kinds of businesses, what themes and domains that you're really interested in when an entrepreneur is going to pitch you.
Okay. Well, I definitely have a domain, and it comes from my personal many years of experience in the technology industry, in telecommunications, mobile applications, layers of software. It's a rich field right now and still very interesting. So that's clearly my personal area of expertise. And I would extend that even into enterprise software as well as consumer applications. And I have a personal interest in clean tech just because it's so compelling right now as something that I think we can all be looking at ways to apply some of our energy and efforts. And so that's an interest. And I spent 6 years in my career focusing on healthcare from an IT and infrastructure perspective. So I also have an interest in that sector.
So quite varied.
It is quite varied, yeah.
Very good. And could you tell me what an entrepreneur would need to bring to the table to really grab your interest if they're wanting you to invest? What is it that really sparks your interest?
Okay, well that's where the domain question comes into question in an interesting way. I try very hard to stick to the domains that I know about, and that's true with others that are part of the network that I'm a member of. But it's also very clear that if an entrepreneur approaches and they have an absolute passion about something and they're a domain expert in their field, and it could be about something that I know nothing about, but when they engage you with that passion and sit there and say, but you really ought to know about this new area, and here's an example, and they're describing the problem so well and can relate it to me as a recipient hearing it for the first time. I think it's the passion, knowledge, ability to articulate, and to be succinct. Those aspects of how somebody comes across are really important.
Great points. And somehow that pulls you in and gets you involved.
Absolutely.
Even if it's something you don't know about.
Yeah. And in fact, it's interesting that they almost have to, at the very beginning, make it clear why I should care.
Okay.
So why do I want to hear about some blah blah?
So that leads me to my next question. I'm wondering what is necessary in an entrepreneur's pitch that you would say, wow, that's a great pitch that I've just had, whether or not you invest in their business.
Right.
But you've obviously seen a lot of pitches in your life.
Yeah. It very much is about, I think, clarity. So a really clear statement of what it is they're trying to do, why they're trying to do it, what difference it makes in the world, but at least to their population set that they're targeting, why this is so important, and then why it is important from an investment perspective. What is that opportunity? So those targeted very specific areas, but then coming across with passion. The person just inevitably has to bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm and excitement, and that then is partly what's contagious and draws you in.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, you're welcome.